We're here with Trevor Jackson, the head of IT at SOCAN, and I am asking a few questions about what's going on during the COVID-19 pandemic. Trevor, what has the IT department done to help SOCAN members during the pandemic?
That's a good question, Howard. I think what we've done during the pandemic, the number one thing is for us as an IT department is to make sure that all the services that support our members, whether directly or indirectly, are up and running. And to that end, we've been working and developing our business continuity plan, something we take very seriously at SOCAN for a number of years, putting technology solutions in place, applications to ensure they had the tools they needed to work remotely, if ever that case were to happen. And so since we went, sort of in the work from home mode almost practically overnight since March 13th, happy to say that, for the most part, things have been status quo from a business operations perspective. Of course, there's some departments that require physical access to mail or checks or whatnot, but for the large part, what we've been doing is just making sure that we're keeping the lights on, making sure that we're enabling people to work as efficiently as possible in these very, very strange and unprecedented times.
Absolutely. And I mean, the key, of course, is that the systems are all in place so that members could receive their royalties without, basically without interruption for the May 15th distribution.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. What have the challenges been to maintain our services during the pandemic? What have the difficulties been?
Actually, there hasn't been many difficulties. We do have a lot of tools monitoring all the systems that we have in place to support SOCAN and our members. And with the early warning signs of things maybe going sideways, we're able to catch certain things in the bud. But overall, it's been very successful. No major impacts to services. And we've taken a few lessons learned on how we've done things. Obviously, we've had this business continuity plan in place for a number of years, but quite frankly, it's the first time it's really been battle tested at scale. And so we've made some adjustments to improve actually the environment, and very happy with the results and the effort that the team has put in to ensure that we're able to maintain business.
Let's talk about what you learned from doing this, and what changes you have had to make on the fly to kind of keep things moving the way they ought to be.
Yeah, so with the move to going fully remote, obviously everybody essentially becomes a remote worker. So one of the biggest challenges in moving to that model versus being inside the office is access to information, access to data. And so we want to ensure that if there were any problems with connectivity, some of the services, as you've heard, have been overloaded overnight because of this large move across the globe to remote working. We want to ensure that we had fail-safes in place or fallbacks in place in case there was performance issues related to the load on the internet service providers. And so we made some changes in the background. They're quite significant from a technical perspective, but the great news is that we're able to make them without any disruptions at all.